Wolves of Wind, Book 1, Feathers, Chapter 13, Flame. Rain watched as all the wolves, older than 2 years and younger than 6 years, lined up with enough space between them to know who voted for who. Forest, Grass, Silver, Pepper, and Blue sat apart from each other, and Rain watched as wolves voted for who they thought would be best by sitting behind them. Rain chose Grass because he was her mentor and might go easy on her, although she probably should have chosen Forest, being that she was her mother, but she was still pretty angry at her. Star chose Silver, and Dusty chose Forest. In the end, Grass had the least votes, with only Rain and Ice sitting behind him, and Blue won with 5 wolves behind her. Blue was the new alpha, and a well-picked one at that. Blue had always seemed like she had alpha material inside her heart. Alpha, cleared her throat and walked up the rocky dirt mound to give Rain's order. Rain's heart pounded and her ears were pounding. Her stomach seemed to be tied in a knot that would put a large snake to shame. We come here today to address the punishment of the young apprentice Rain. As many of you have seen, Rain has half-blinded Silver after Silver found her sitting with the corpse of our dead Alpha. Many wolves murmured and looked at Rain, too many unfriendly faces everywhere. Rain has been seen at all of the wolves' death sites and has found all the bodies. She also has put it in the air that 2 mud-colored beasts are wandering our camps and killing our wolves. But I, for one, do not believe this. We cannot allow these rumors to spread, and for this I believe this young wolf, who shall be soon old enough to become a fighter, shall face banishment for the crimes and lie-spreading. All in favor, lend me your voices. Many wolves howled. Among the ones that didn't were Forest, Ice, Scramble, and Tawny. But it wasn't enough, and the majority of her pack wished for her to leave. Suddenly, out of the crowd burst Star. He leapt onto her and bit at her neck harshly. Rain kicked him off with her back legs and burst from the crowd, flying away with Silver and Flame hot in her tail. Now she knew how Ebony had felt when she was being chased by Skypack. Rain hated that she had thought murder was a suitable punishment for Ebony. She felt terror coursing through her pelt as she flew away towards the edge of Skypack's territory. She had to find Ebony. There was no way that she would become a fighter now, and hopefully Ebony would see that too. Rain's stomach growled. She hadn't eaten that day, and only now did she wish she had before going away to hunt. Suddenly a mouth-watering scent filled her nose, and she curved sharply to the right. She would find Ebony later, but for now she might as well get her strength up. Rain soon found the source of a smell, a wild moose and her calf. But Rain didn't have a pack to help her. She hesitated a moment before diving down to bite the moose's neck, but suddenly a loud noise that was like thunder sounded. The air smelled of smoke suddenly. Rain turned her neck sharply and lifted herself as she saw a strange white and green shape under her. And she also saw fire. The thing backed up, then looked up, and then Rain saw its face. The thing was tan and had a black blob of fur on top of its head. It looked as if something had plucked all its fur and then died before it got to the top of its head. The thing screamed and fell over, landing on a rock and falling asleep, but Rain was focusing on the burning flame that seemed to be getting bigger. Rain tried to fly away, but suddenly a branch cracked from the trees above her and landed on her wing. She yelped as she came crashing to the ground with bark and fire covering her pelt. The fire snaked towards her menacingly. Rain's face felt hot as the smoke wafted closer. Her eyes blurred as the fire ate the leaves. It was still hungry. She tried to struggle free, but the branch was crushing her wing. And this time it was really broken. Unlike the time when she was with Bird before. Suddenly, a black shape with blue wings leapt over her and began prying her wing free. Ebony!